Yes, indeed. You psyched me out there. I thought at one point the song was over. I'm like, oh, I better. And then you kept going. It's awesome. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. Let's allow ourselves a willingness today, a willingness to step into, I don't know, a new thought, a new idea, allowing something new to be born by means of each and every one of us. We are a spiritual community here at Unity of Tucson. Teaching and preaching love, that's really what it all boils down to. I'm going to offer up our vision here at Unity of Tucson. It is this: we envision a place of peace, beauty, and power where spiritual principles are taught and practiced within an ever-growing and dynamic congregation. And here are some magnificent faces of magnificent members of our dynamic congregation on the screen for you to love up. Just love them all up. My eyes are wide. Freedom lies. You can't go back and close your eyes. The truth that cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Yes, indeed. You are the light, the light and the life, the light to the life and the love of divine infinite presence. That is what we are here to know. Not just here at Unity of Tucson, but here in this world to know and to understand and to grow into and to grow through and express more magnificently in every moment. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I am the senior minister here at Unity of Tucson. What a pleasure it is to have you join us this morning. Welcome to another beautiful Sunday morning. A blessing we are having here in the desert in Tucson with magnificent rain, so very needed, and grateful for that. I'm going to encourage you, if you are joining us for the very first time today, I would love for you to let us know that you are present here. There actually is a form, a connect form, on some of the, I'm working through some of the issues where some of the videos have the description, some of the videos don't have the description, but there is a way that you can connect with us, and if you'd like to reach out, you can click on the link for the connect form. Let us know that you are here. Otherwise, you can just connect by going to the contact us point of our website. Let us know that you are here. It is my belief. This is where I'm going to start today. It is my belief that we can precipitate our own spiritual evolution, and that is what our point and purpose of being here on this plane of action is all about. Precipitating spiritual evolution and allowing that spiritual evolution to show up as the construct and the experience of our lives. Let's share together the mission statement here at Unity of Tucson. As it comes up on your screen, we'll read this together. Within the principles of unity, we are a ministry of love, inspiration, learning, wholeness, acceptance, and joy that empowers all people to embrace their divine nature. And it is true that your nature, the core of you, your identity, is infinite divinity. This mission, it goes right in line with the tenets that I carry with me in my own approach to ministry that I share with everyone that I encounter, and they are these: love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. And as we remember who we are, we awaken ourselves to our own magnificence, and we begin to recognize the magnificence in every living being. So I am here to tell you this: you are magnificent. And I would love, we have board members and support people in the room here today. Let us all exclaim out loud right now, I am magnificent. I am magnificent. Let's own that. We are magnificent. Yes. Take a few moments to reach out to the people who are watching with you, your spiritual family who are watching with you using the chat function. And just say hello. Let them know that you recognize their magnificence. Just checking in and touching in on this magnificent spiritual community. Of course, as I've said, we have some people in the room. I just want to say that I see you all. I'm grateful for every single presence of light in this room, and I see that you are absolutely magnificent. As those messages proliferate, we'll find ourselves an opportunity to take a few moments of contemplation, quiet contemplation. Deepening into a spiritual practice that many will call meditation. In meditation, there is an opening to a deeper recognition of our inherent divinity. When we allow ourselves to be still and know, what we know is the truth of who we are. So let's take that opportunity right here and right now. Taking a moment to find ourselves in a quiet, relaxed position, whether we're sitting, whatever position we're in. Let us let go of any unnecessary physical tension in the body, simply allowing it to melt away. And turning the focus to the breath. Simply settling into an awareness of the breath. There's nothing we need to do to force it or make it happen. Just simply being aware. I am aware in this moment. Deepening into an awareness of the inner life. The inner light, and the inner love, all flowing forth creatively as the construct and expression of our lives. We'll take a few moments to sit in contemplation of this month's affirmation. As I read it out loud, just allow yourself to hear the words, feel the words, and be present with these words. This month's affirmation is this: I am rooted in, flowing, and growing in a life of purpose. I am rooted in, flowing, and growing in a life of purpose. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. Here's what I know. I know that there is only one infinite presence and power, one infinite creative source. There is God and nothing else. God, this infinite principle, this essence, this loving energy that is unfolding itself in terms of all creation. Everything that is this magnificence in form. And form and spirit are two sides of the same coin. They are one and the same. There is absolutely no separation. And so I know that this is who and what each and every one of us is. Our core identity is God. Our core identity is this essence, this flow, this creative principle. And we are utilizing it in every moment. At the level of awareness, below the level of awareness, for everything that shows up as our construct and experience and expression of life is the flow of divine energy. I live in this. I trust in this. And I let myself be rooted in this at all times. And I trust in this for every single one of us. That there is only love. There is only light. There is only life showing up in myriad ways in every aspect of our being, through our magnificent expression of health, our relationships, our creative expression, our wealth, prosperity. It is all one thing, the interplay of God upon itself. And so with a magnificently grateful heart, I simply affirm this, let this be so, and trust and know that it is as I say, and so it is. We'll sing, "We Are a Light." We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this Thank you. Speaking of lights in the world that shine, I would like to invite Karen to join me this morning for our ritual, lighting the flames of faith. Grateful to have you here. Thank you for being here. We engage in this ritual each week with the understanding that it is rooted in this understanding that every faith tradition, every religious ideology, every spiritual path are all rooted in love. And this month, being the month where our theme is purpose, we are looking at the different purpose statements as they are available to us for each of these traditions. And so for each candle that we light, we are honoring the purpose of each. And so we light a candle for the Tao, which teaches that the purpose of life is inner harmony, peace, and longevity. This is achieved by living in accordance with the Tao. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, which teaches that through a close relationship with the natural world, one gains guidance, support, and wisdom to live their best life. We light a candle for Hinduism, which teaches that we are able to escape bondage, ignorance, and a state of illusion through multiple experiences of life, and each life leads us closer to enlightenment. We light a candle for Judaism, which teaches the highest calling is to obey the commandments of God and to live ethically according to law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, which teaches the purpose of life is to avoid suffering and gain enlightenment. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, which teaches salvation from sin through faith in Christ, through sacraments, and through good works. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, which teaches that through the submission to the will of God as love, one will gain paradise. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, which teaches that the soul is eternal and essentially good, and that the purpose of life is to develop spiritually and draw closer to God. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, which teaches the divinity of all creation through the supremacy of thought over matter. Through a law of cause and effect, everyone can recreate the circumstances of their lives. We light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and the presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them, and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. And this final candle we light is a candle which represents the healing of any circumstance in which the revelation of God is required. For that is the true nature of healing, the revealing of the God essence at the core of all creation. So this is your candle for whatever is in your mind and in your heart that requires the light. Thank you. The candle here on your left is our peace candle, which we keep consistently illuminated as a reflection of the consistent illumination of peace in our hearts. We honor this candle by allowing that peace within to proliferate out in our words, our actions, our intentions. And as we do so, we create a more peaceful experience of life for the entire world. Let's honor this candle by reading together the prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. One of the luminaries of the New Thought movement is Daniel Nahmod. The song that I decided I wanted to sing today is one of his great tunes that resonates closely in my heart because this song really became prevalent in his musical canon around the time I was becoming a religious science practitioner. And it spoke to me deeply in terms of how I approach the world. What do I do if I'm not chasing anything? What do I do if I've got everything that I need? It's a question that no one's prepared me to answer. Where do I go if I'm right where I'm supposed to be? Where do I go if wherever I am home? It's a question I'm presently wanting an answer. If the usual way doesn't work for me now, that's a void I know nothing about. What if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended right before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over, what then? What do I say if it's all perfect anyway? What do I say if I'm not here to change anyone? It's a question I truly don't know how to answer. How do I live if my life is eternity? How do I live if I'm no longer afraid to die? It's a mystery. No one can give me an answer. If the usual way doesn't work anymore, there's no map for what life has in store. What if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over, what then? What is the purpose of life here on earth? How do I now define my death and birth? For that matter, what is and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over and we're all born if the race is over, what then? Thank you so much. Every time I sing this song, I've sung this song quite a bit now over the years, there's always something new that reveals itself in my relationship internally to the words and the lyrics of this song. The thing that really came up for me today is related to this lyric, whom do I worship? What do I believe? Whom do I worship? What do I believe? And he answers that question. Seems every answer comes right back to me in the end. Whom do I worship? What do I believe? Today I want to talk a little bit about belief, about our beliefs. And, the funny thing is I'm only ever talking about our beliefs. Today I'm just calling myself out on it a little bit more directly. I want to talk about beliefs. I want to talk a little bit about dogma. Dogma. What is dogma? Dogma is a principle or a set of principles that are laid down by an authority and considered by that authority to be incontrovertibly true, and they are accepted by that individual as incontrovertibly true because, here's the thing, because they heard it from the authority. That's what dogma is all about. Now, New Thought teachings, we love to assert the idea that there is no dogma in our teaching. But it is very easy to create dogma within our teaching. And so our work is to step away from the dogma we accept as true because we have heard it from an authority and to question everything. That's how we move away from this notion of dogma within New Thought. And our work is to be open to the infinite potential and possibility. And that's how we can say that we have, what do we have? We have, the word's going to come to me in a minute. The word will come to me in a minute. It's not dogma. It is not dogma. It is doctrine. We have doctrine. That's the word I'm looking for. See, if I open myself up to the infinite possibility, the information simply flows through me. So we do have doctrine within New Thought teachings. So we do propose this as a doctrine of the teaching. This is a principle of the teaching. And I have seen this in various incarnations throughout the New Thought movement. It is this: we are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe governed by our use of a spiritual law. That law is cause and effect. That is a spiritual principle that we teach. That is a doctrine within this philosophy that we teach. But here's the question that comes up for me. Have you accepted that doctrine as dogma, which means you do not question it, or do you ever spend the time to potentially question that statement of principle? Because I believe there is more power in questioning the statement of principle and seeing what flows through as the answer to that question. That statement, we call it divine principle, rooted in this divine ideal that we teach, that everything is divine. Everything is God. Everything is God. If God is infinite, there can be nothing separate from God. So everything is God. So yes, it can be mistaken as a dogmatic statement, but it is not a requirement of belief. Your acceptance of that may become a requirement of belief for you, but it is not a requirement for you to believe that to be part of the New Thought paradigm. We don't require any belief in this philosophy. We do not require any belief. We don't even require a belief in God. That may be shocking to hear for some people, but we don't require it. Our work within the New Thought philosophy is to question and say, what is it that you believe? What is it that is within you that shows up as belief? Because that is the thing that is constructing your experience of life. That is a teaching, that is a doctrine, and even that can be questioned. But part of this New Thought teaching is to say we're all on our own individualized journey. We don't all have to think the same. In fact, we shouldn't all think the same. We should recognize the inherent uniqueness of our place in this experience of life, of the thoughts that we think. It is all unique, and it's all made up. All of it. It's all made up. My construct and experience of life is made up based on how I relate to everything in my life. The same is true for each and every one of us. My beliefs are inherently different from yours. Although we may share some similar ideas, they are inherently different and unique. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing because it leaves open the door of potential and possibility for all the things we would like to experience in our lives. And we don't have to be relegated to the thoughts, ideas, or constructs of anybody else's thought. So yes, we do teach that we do not have dogma, but we do have doctrine. Doctrine is a stated principle. It's a teaching. It's a teaching. And the important distinction, which I've already mentioned, is that doctrine can and should be questioned. But if you have accepted something from a dogmatic point of view, it means that there is no longer a question about it. So, we have many doctrines in Unity. I want to start with, I've already mentioned one. We are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe governed by our use of a spiritual law of cause and effect. There is another one. The very first principle, it is this: God is all there is and present everywhere. God is all there is and present everywhere. To what degree do you question that doctrine? Because I think a lot of people below the level of awareness question that doctrine because they separate themselves from God. God is everywhere present, but not here because I can't possibly claim my own divinity, because that would be too haughty, that would be too narcissistic of me. When I say we should claim our divinity, it is not to say that we are separating ourselves from everything else. It's to say we are part of the infinite wholeness, and as we claim our divinity, we recognize that in every single facet of being. We see it in the faces of every single person. It is to say that it is the great equalizer to know who we are. That's why one of the tenets that I carry with me so close to my heart is to say, remember who you are in every instance, in every incarnation, because it is very easy to forget. Part of our work is to live in the recognition of infinite divine ideas consistently flowing through us, showing up in our lives as the full expression of our lives. That's part of the work. I personally do hold to that idea. In fact, it has become, it has become a dogmatic principle for me to affirm God is all there is. God is all there is, and it is present everywhere. That has become a dogmatic principle for me. But you get to decide whether or not you are going to make that a dogmatic principle for you. Because there are times when I may still step back and go, but is it really? Is God really everywhere? Is God really all there is? Because I can sure point to a lot of things that don't seem to be very rooted in God expression. That's the opportunity that I have to say, okay, I'm opening myself up to this possibility that God is not everywhere present and what comes through me. If I do hold to the belief that God is everywhere present, then all the things that I see that do not seem to be in alignment with what I think God should be, what I think God should be, when I hold myself into that point of view of looking at things and thinking that they are not in alignment with the way I think God should be, then I have stepped off base of the thing that I hold near and dear to my heart. If I am, that is, it's all God. And the only reason I think that that may not be is because I think that God should look like something or express in some particular way. God is expressing in all ways. So what do you believe? It's a rhetorical question. What do you believe? Do you, for instance, accept that particular principle outright, without question? Do you accept that principle outright? I do hold to the idea that it is true for me. And why? Because when I look at the relationship of myself to the things outside myself, and this is the work that we can all do, when we hold ourselves up to recognize our relationship to the things outside ourselves, we can enhance the quality of our life, and we enhance the quality of our life through questioning. Through saying, is this true? So I think that's why the work of Byron Katie really resonates with me. The work, it's called The Work. And the very first question, is it true? Whenever you're dealing with some issue in your life, is it true? And then the second question, which I'm going to paraphrase because I don't know exactly what it is Can you absolutely be certain that it's true? Right? Because that's opening ourselves up to question what it is we think we know. There's great power in questioning. Ultimately, I think the benefit of the New Thought movement, the teachings within New Thought, is that it is open to infinite ideas. It is open to infinite potential. It is open to infinite possibility. We, each and every one of us, are conduits for divine ideas. And these ideas, the thoughts, the constructs within consciousness, these are the very substance of God. This substance is inherent, and it is unlimited in its supply. Ideas are unlimited in their supply. And the reason that we can step into active engagement of our spiritual evolution is because we have decided, perhaps, that we are accepting these ideas and being motivated forward through these ideas and by these ideas. For instance, so I'm teaching the prosperity book by John Randolph Price. I'm doing this every morning for 40 days on Facebook, live at 7 a.m. every single day. If you have not caught it, you can go back and look. All those videos are there. So I'm teaching the prosperity, the abundance book. I'm teaching the idea of prosperity and hoping, and I am going to use the word hope, and I'm hoping that I'm connecting with people who are engaged with this process to break open the paradigm of thinking that prosperity is only money. It is not. Prosperity is actually the infinite divine ideas that we all lay claim to, and they are infinite. If we seek prosperity as an experience, and in this case, I'm going to say, if we seek wealth in the form of money as an experience, that is only one expression of prosperity. It is not about going out there and figuring out how do I make more money. It is embodying the idea of prosperity first and foremost, and then being impelled into action through that idea into the activity of life that brings prosperity into our experience in the form of money. And that's only the first step. That's only the first step. There is no lack of substance in the infinite. If there was a lack of substance in the infinite, then the infinite would be finite. There is no lack of substance in the infinite. That means there is no lack of ideas in the infinite that are showing up as the construct and expression of our lives. So let us move away. Let us decide today, perhaps, to move away from dogmatic limitations and open our minds to the flow of conscious substance. It is in the flow of mind substance, that is ideas. It is in the flow of ideas that we create our lived experience. We are doing this at the level of awareness. We're consistently doing it below the level of awareness. But I think that we can be more active in this. Ideas, absent action, have no value in the construct and expression of our lives. And that's one of the failings I see in the teaching of New Thought, is many people stepping in and saying, oh, I get to change my life if I just study this book and I intellectualize these ideas, then everything's going to change in my life. That's not true. That's not true. Ideas, absent action, have no value. We can root ourselves in these ideas. We can intellectualize these principles. We can think about it all day, all night. But if they do not lead to action in our lives, then they are worthless. Today's talk, the message title is, God is not going to buy your groceries. God is not going to buy your groceries, no matter how much you sit there and think, I am a divine presence of infinite power, and I know that I'm always provided for, and so groceries are mine here and now. Yes, they are. I am open to the presence of groceries in my life because I require nourishment for the experience of my sustenance. So that's a divine idea moving through you. We know that the divine ideas move through us, and if the divine idea impels us into action, then we'll actually go to the grocery store to live the magnificent life that God is saying, here's the idea, here's how you do it, right? If the idea lives within you, it is yours to activate. That's the other exciting part of this all. If it is within you, it is yours. You get to own it, you get to activate it. And just to be very clear, the idea about the groceries is actually a paraphrase of Charles Fillmore's. It's in his book on prosperity. And it essentially means this, that if we are going to activate these divine ideas that we lay claim to because they are inherent within, then we must live within this paradigm. Faith without works is dead. Our deeds and actions are the fruit that we bear as the living embodiment of the divine. They are the results of God's substance, the seed germinated by divine ideas. So the call today, the message today, is to activate our lives, irrespective of what we've done in the past or how active we think we've been in the past. Our life experience is about continuing in the activity of living. Let us move down from the mountaintop of intellectualization, of philosophizing. Let us move down from the mountaintop and create for ourselves the experience of living this philosophy actively at all times, putting it into practice. We have the benefit of awareness. We are aware of the cause. That's a lot of what we teach. Be aware that you are the cause of everything that shows up in your life. Yes, we have that benefit. We already know that. We are the cause to every effect. And we can activate and actualize effects in particular ways when we activate those divine ideas from within. We have the benefit of awareness. We are aware that we are the cause. We are aware of the effect. I just want us to be more active in this. I want us to put our faith into practice so that we're not all withering away, so that we are enhancing the quality of our life through this work. God doesn't bestow activity upon you, because God is not something outside the self that says, you will be active. God is the root of infinite divine presence of ideas in mind. It's the activity of the mind expressed through thought, rooted in belief, consistently flowing forth as potential. That's God. God is potential. And we are the ones who activate and actualize that potential. So the whole of infinite potential is right where you are. It is right where each and every one of us is. In what way will you choose to activate it today? Namaste. As the band makes their way up, I'm going to invite a quick practice that is actually one of the things we start the very first day of the Mental Muscle program, which I'm also doing on Mondays and Thursdays at 7:30 a.m. with a magnificent group of people. But on the very first day, I asked them to do this one thing. It's very quick, and this is going to lead into our homework. I'm going to invite you to just simply take a moment of quiet reflection right now. Take a nice big deep breath, breathing in and out. Just allow yourself to quiet the mind and ask this question. What is mine to do? What is mine to do? Whatever comes up for you intuitively, simply observe, be aware, step away from judging it as right or wrong, and allow yourself to step into activating it in some way this week.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without, all I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender. Let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
What is mine to do? That which is mine to do is rooted in this understanding that there is God and nothing else. I choose to believe this. I choose to let this be a guiding force in my life. And I also choose, when appropriate, to let it be questioned. For I am the construct of livingness at the level of my awareness, as we all are. We are this magnificent divine presence and power. We are God. Living this principle, trusting this principle, I know that I am guided into action through this magnificent substance of divinity called ideas. And infinite ideas are constantly flowing through, awaiting my activation of them, as they are for each and every one of us. With gratitude in my heart and overflowing, I simply acknowledge this, let this be so, and so it is.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without, all I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender. Let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Now and evermore.
Because she's in the room, I want to say thank you to Karen Ives for your testimonial last week. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. As we step into our gratitude moment, and that's what I'm going to choose to call it, a gratitude moment for Unity of Tucson and for what it is that we stand for, our vision, our mission, and all the things that we are here to offer. There's something that came across my email this week, and it was this, that we could we do this divine givingness statements like divine love as me blesses, and we do this whole long paragraph, right? We could distill that. I'm going to distill it into this one sentence. I give this gift with love because I love to give. If we knew nothing other than that, we would enhance the experience of flow in our lives. There are many ways that you can support the vision and mission here at Unity of Tucson. You can give by going to our website, unitytucson.com, and clicking on the donate link. There are various links that are available all over our website. Wherever you find it, you can use that as a way of donating and making your contribution, your financial support of Unity of Tucson. You can also call the office during our regular office hours, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and use a debit or credit card over the telephone. You can also send in a check, and we accept check by mail, FedEx, UPS, DH, whatever there are various sources for sending. We are also moving into, there's going to be, in the next Expanding Horizons, there's an article about our new church management database, and that church management database is actually going to allow us the opportunity to also use routing and account numbers to step into pre-authorized giving. So that's something I'm grateful that we're going to be able to start offering as well. Let's read together the divine givingness statement as an affirmation of our faith in this consciousness of love. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I joyously contribute to my spiritual center, knowing that it goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless, and returns to me multiplied abundantly. I thankfully acknowledge God as my source, and I give this gift with love because I love to give.
I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. That I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself.
Indeed, yes, I love that song. I'll talk about that song at some point. So actually, I'll just talk about it now because it's on my mind. So my very first spiritual center that I ever attended back before I became a minister, the one thing that I'm grateful for here is that we switch up the music at least every month, right? We switch up the music a lot. For the first 5 years of my involvement with that ministry, it was the same exact songs every single week, with only one song ever being changed week to week, and that was whatever the featured song was. So that song, The Abundant Celebration, is so rooted in my soul, like I would sing it in my sleep. A couple of things just to let you know about. Although it did say that there was going to be a social gathering on Zoom today after the service, that is not actually accurate because there is a board meeting today. I think I mentioned that last week, but there is no Zoom meeting today because I will be in a board meeting. Again, there are opportunities for deepening and putting your ideas into practice through action in your lives. One of those ways that you can take action, and she was helping light the candles today, is to participate in the workshops that Karen King is offering online. That information is available on our website. Go check out classes and workshops. Grateful that you are offering that to our community. Again, I'm going to just keep saying it, save the date. February 21st is going to be our annual meeting. The meeting will be virtual, so it will be on video utilizing Zoom technology. Here's the thing, I know not everybody has a computer with a camera and all of that jazz. There is a way, and we will release the information on how to do this, where you can utilize your telephone and just call in and participate in the meeting through the audio on your telephone. So that, just be on the lookout for that. And just let everybody know where they can find us. All of your friends, let your friends know about Unity of Tucson, what it is we stand for here, our vision, our mission, and let them know they can watch us on YouTube, on Facebook, and on our website. So we gratefully acknowledge and welcome your support in spreading this message of love and light. I want to say thank you to everybody who made today possible. Of course, our technical crew, Wally and Don and Aiden, thank you for your presence and for your expertise so that we can, make this a virtual experience that is enjoyable, I think, for everyone. I want to say thank you to our board members who are here and the chair of our nominating committee who is here today, Carol Withy, because today we're going to be talking about nominations to the board of directors, which is going to be part of our annual meeting on February 21st. Karen, thank you so much for your support, your consciousness, your assistance in lighting the candles here today, and also for your offering. Always grateful to have you here. This magnificent band, thank you for your presence, for all that you do. And I especially want to say thank you to all of you for being here present, not just here at Unity of Tucson, but in this world, letting yourself be known as this magnificent divine essence. Let's go ahead and close out the day by sharing together the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. I am that light. The love of God enfolds me. I am that love. The power of God protects me. I am that power. The presence of God watches over me. I am that presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am. And so it is. Amen.
Well, it's an idea whose time has come. A new generation decides as one. Of the same small planet we are born. Make it a magnificent week, everyone.